In September, the newest iPhone models are going to be released. And imagine walking into the Apple Store and you find the iPhone to be $1,400, a phone that costs almost like some gaming laptops.
According to leaks, the iPhone 18 Pro would be getting a price increase due to RAM shortages, and it should be going up to $1,399.
Because according to report, the iPhone 18 Pro is starting at $1,400 and the Pro Max is starting at $1,500.
Now, why is this the time for iPhone or any other Apple product to increase their prices? Is it simply because Apple wants to be greedy, or there is something much bigger that is going on behind the scenes? I spent days digging through the Apple's pricing history, inflation data, chip manufacturing costs, and what I discovered completely changed how I see the iPhone prices. Because the biggest reason why your next iPhone could cost $100 more doesn't have anything to do with Apple itself. Let's rewind back for about 20 years. In 2007, Steve Jobs introduced the first new iPhone model, which had no App Store, no copy-paste or front camera. And compared to today's iPhones, it was incredibly basic. And one of the things that people disliked about this phone, it was very expensive at about $500, which provided inflation is about like $800 right now. Many people predicted that it was going to fail because of how it was very expensive, as some people still do today. Later, after the launch of this iPhone, the price kept on decreasing as phone carriers chose to pay some of the amount on behalf of their clients. Later, slowly by slowly, people found iPhone prices to be as normal as the prices of other phones. But none of this explains why people would spend over $1,000 for a phone. For that, we need to jump into the moment that completely changed the smartphone industry. In 2017, Apple introduced iPhone X, and the price tag was as high as $1,000. Many people, as usual, complained, but still people wanted to know why these phones were very expensive, hence forcing them to buy one. On the side of Apple, they also improved many of the things. They introduced new Pro and Pro Max models, which were considered to be special with large batteries, better cameras, and best overall experience. This forced many people to find out what these phones models were hiding, and then they bought these phones in large numbers. The best iPhone model stopped to be the phone that people dreamed about, and Pro became the aspiration. Apple didn't just raise prices, they changed what normal means. But here is a twist. In 2026, Apple products prices were increased, including the iPhone models. But this doesn't have anything to do with the Apple products prices architecture. It's something strange that is happening behind the scene, and has something to do with artificial intelligence. When I started researching about this video, I assumed that simply the rise of Apple products, including iPhone, was because Apple wanted to make a large number of profits. But then I kept seeing these words over and over again: memory chips, and the effects of AI to memory chip supply and demand. These memory chips are like the heart of every electronic component that you see, including the chips which are used in data centers. Think about big companies like OpenAI, Google, Meta, Microsoft, and Amazon, all wanting same type of chips to be used in their AI data centers. And these are the same chips that Apple uses to manufacture their iPhone models, laptops, and iPads. Everything that they do has something to do with these chips. So like people wanting to buy tickets for a certain concert which doesn't have enough seats, which means the tickets are going to rise automatically. And this is what is happening in today's world of electronics. Whether you want it or not, this is going to affect the price of not only your iPhone, but most of the electronic products that we use on daily basis. With all this, Apple still wants to make the best performing phones on Earth, the best performing laptops, which all requires these chips, and they are not going to stop just because the supply is not enough. So what they do is to shift the cost to you and me. We are going to be the ones who are going to bear the consequences of these AI data centers that caused the shortage of these memory chips. The iPhone prices are not expected to continue increasing for many years, but the first people who want to buy these newest iPhone models are going to bear the price. Now, let's answer the question which is very important. Is it needed for you to buy the newest model of iPhone if you already have one? The answer can be yes or no according to different factors. But if you are an average person who do not really need iPhone for their specific features like fast processing, better camera, and other newest features, it's very important for you to wait for like 2 years, because in the next 2-3 years, the iPhone models are going to come back to its normal price. And that's when you can buy your newest iPhone model. But as of now, it's better to continue using the iPhone that you have, or even Android that you have, as we wait for these prices to come back to its normal range. Because if you do it right now, you have to know that you're losing money that you're not going to get back in the next 2 or 3 years to come. But this doesn't work for every person. If you really need the new features of iPhone 18, which is going to be released in September, you can still upgrade your iPhone to its newest model if you think in some ways you're going to get back the money that you've gave out to buy that iPhone 17. As I end this video, let me leave you with this simple question. What amount of money you've spent on a phone, and what is the maximum you cannot exceed for a particular phone? Let's leave our answers in the comment section to discuss. And if you really like to know more about AI and its effects on human being, remember to subscribe on this YouTube channel. See you in the next video, which is coming.